What's up guys, Expel here, and today I wanted to talk about some of the changes that happened to weapons within Call of Duty Blackout. And the reason why, I know a lot of people already know this, but I've been getting a ton of comments about people not sure about what weapon they should be using, what weapons got nerfed, what weapons got buffed. And I just wanted to go over everything that happened in Blackout on the February 19th update, because first of all, it took forever for them to actually release the the update patch notes, and then now people are still asking because no one knows how to get to the patch notes or whatever it may be. So I'm gonna go over everything that happened in the weapon tuning in Call of Duty Blackout. So first things first, we're going to go over the assault rifles, the submachine guns, the tactical rifles, the sniper rifles, the light machine guns, and then lastly, the equipment. And I might go over a little bit more, but let's go through this and let's talk about what's getting nerfed, what's getting buffed. So, first things first, we have the Maddox, and that got a reduced idle sway, which means it got buffed. So the Maddox didn't change at all, except for it shoots a little bit more straight. The Vapor got a reduced first and second shot recoil, and they also reduced the idle sway. So again, another buff. So the Maddox and the Vapor are the exact same. It's just a little bit better. Not too much, really, but a little bit better. The SWAT got screwed sideways. You do not want to use the SWAT anymore. They increased the idle sway, so you're moving around a lot more whenever you're, just chilling. And then they also reduced the damage. That's a pain because the SWAT was actually probably the best gun in my opinion. And then they increased the first and second shot recoil. So everything about the SWAT got nerfed. It's really, in my opinion, just not a viable option anymore. So they didn't touch any of the other assault rifles. So we're all good on like the KN and whatever that other one is. I don't even know, but we're good on those. Submachine guns, they all got touched here. So Spitfire, they reduced the 6-hit kill range. Okay, so that means that it did take, I think, 6 shots to kill somebody. Now you're gonna have to be literally directly up on them to kill them. So the Spitfire, a little bit less of a viable option now. So you're not gonna see me using the Spitfire. For the SOG, we see reduced recenter speed. That's better. They increased the sprint out time. That's better. But they reduced the move speed. And the reason why is because it's trying to even it out to the rest of the other SMGs. So the SOG got better. So if you're looking to use the SOG, that's probably the one you want to go with. The Demon got an increased idle sway, so worse, and they reduced the 2-burst kill range. So Demon got a lot worse, not really worth it in my opinion. So next we have the Cordite. They reduced the hip spread, so it's better. The GKS reduced idle sway, it's better. And the MX-9 reduced ADS time. So those three are all good. The Cordite is going to be probably your best option other than the SOG. The SOG and the Cordite, in my opinion, are going to be what I'm going to be using. SOG and Cordite. Just keep that in mind. SOG and Cordite. Assault rifle wise, I'm going to be using the Maddox and the well, really not much else. Probably just the Rampart and the Maddox. That's probably just those two. And in my opinion right now, the Rampart, since it didn't get touched, it's probably one of the best ones to stick with right now, and I actually released a video on that. So, yeah, just Rampart, Maddox, Cordite, and the SOG. I'm actually going to write this down. Once again, Rampart, Maddox, SOG, and Cordite. So I'm giving you some viable options here. And we're going to test it out, in a later video and see what's actually good. So the Auger DMR and the tactical rifles increased recenter speed, reduced the first shot recoil, and slightly increased ADS move speed. So the Auger got better. So if you like the Auger, use the Auger. If you don't like the Auger, I don't really like the Auger, so you're probably not going to catch me using it that much. But it is a little bit more of a viable option now versus, before the update. Next, we had my favorite gun. It got smashed. We've got the ABR 223. They increased time between bursts. They reduced recenter speed and slightly increased ADS move speed. So, two bad things and a good thing. So they increased time between bursts. So you're going to shoot. It's going to go bup, and then wait, bup, wait, bup. So that's kind of, it's a funny way to say it, but that's what it's saying. And then it reduced the recenter speed time, so it takes a little bit longer for it to like go down after it shoots, which kind of goes in with the increased time between bursts. Then slightly increased ADS move speed, so you're aim down sight and you can move a little bit faster. The swordfish. Here we go. So the swordfish reduced recoil of the second, third, and fourth shots. Holy cow. That makes a lot of sense now. So the thing is everybody's been saying the swordfish is so much better. They did not give the swordfish any more damage. You're just hitting your shots now. That's what's going on. If you're using the swordfish and you're like, man, the damage on this thing's ridiculous. No, you're just hitting your shots, dude. It's actually like the swordfish had a ton of damage to start with, but whenever you shot, literally it was the craziest thing. It would like go straight up. It was the dumbest thing ever. So I just didn't use it. I had no issue with the damage on the swordfish, but I could not hit my shots to save my life with it, so I used the ABR because the ABR was so good when it came to actually aiming. And then they slightly increased the ADS move speed. So swordfish, another viable option on that one. So tactical rifles, you know what you're using? The auger and the swordfish. 2 guns out of each of these so far. The sniper rifles. Let's go ahead and talk about this because we're going to be sticking with something from before. Koshka. They reduced the idle sway. I don't even care. The Koshka's garbage anyway. The SDM. Increased recenter speed and reduced recenter radius. I don't even know what that means. I'm assuming, so recenter speed after a shot, it takes a little bit it takes a little bit less time to get back to the center, but they reduce the recenter radius, so I'm assuming that's like the kick. I don't know. The Outlaw. They increased idle sway. Okay, so the Outlaw was not good. I guess it was too good for them. And they reduced ADS in and out time. So, you aim down quicker. That's ridiculous. So, they did not touch the Paladin. Just to be clear. So, as of now, my best bet is either going to be Rampart Sog or Rampart Paladin. In my opinion, that's what I'm going to stick with. If I'm running the Swordfish, it's going to be an SMG. So, I'm running Swordfish Sog, Swordfish Cordite, something like that. So, if you're going to use a sniper, I'm going to go with the Paladin. The Koshka did not really change. It got a little bit better, but it didn't add. None of these are adding damage. Nothing got more damage added to it, just to be clear. All right, now let's go ahead and get into the light machine guns because this is kind of crazy for those of us that like to use vehicles a lot. Light machine guns, in general, all light machine guns now deal increased damage against vehicles and equipment. So, if you're running up on somebody and you're on a quad, it's over. They're just going to destroy your quad real quick. But let's go ahead into the Titan here. Increased recenter speed, reduced recenter radius, and increased flinch when being hit. That doesn't mean increased flinch whenever you're just shooting. So it's going to be a little bit closer to a laser beam now, and it's not going to jump as much. But it is going to jump a lot whenever you're getting shot. Keep that in mind. The Hades, reduced idle sway, reduced hip spread, increased recenter speed, and reduced recenter radius. So all around, the Hades is going to be more accurate. The VKM, reduced the recenter radius. Again, more accurate. And that zombies weapon that I'm not even going to try and pronounce, reduced hip spread and reduced recenter radius. So again, just everything got more accurate in the light machine guns. I'm not going to recommend that you use a light machine gun. That's just not how I play. Plus, it kind of, I feel like it makes people want to camp when they use LMGs, so I'm just not going to tell you to do that. But the last thing we need to talk about, because this smacked me right in the face, the equipment did change. The frag grenade changed. It got increased damage. And what this means is if it rolls up on your screen and it hits you and you don't have 200 health, you're dead. Plain and simple, you are dead. I had level 3 armor. It rolled on my screen for less than half a second, exploded. I had 150 health and it killed me. It is now the most viable grenade simply because it is a one-hit kill no matter what. If it's in your screen, you will die. Plain and simple. Just keep that in mind whenever you run up on somebody and you see them cooking a grenade. You need to get out of there. Plain and simple. So let's go right back through this, and we're going to do a quick overview on the guns that you need to be using, and I'm probably going to do a video on some of these guns just so that I can, test them out and see what the best options are whenever playing Blackout. So, our two assault rifles that we're going to use is going to be the Ramparts and the Maddox. You can use the can as well. I don't like it because it has a ton of kick. So Rampart and Maddox. The Maddox, the only issue with that is it does still have a ton of recoil. So, up to you on that one. I use the Rampart. It's a little bit slower on the shots, but the shots do more damage. So, again, up to you. But if I'm going to use the Rampart, I'm either pairing it with a sniper rifle or an SMG. If I'm pairing it with a sniper rifle, it's going to be the Paladin. Otherwise, I'm running around with an SMG no matter what until I find that Paladin. But the SMG is either going to be SOG or Cordite. For me, I'm going to go with a SOG with an extended mag just because that's how I am. The Rampart's probably going to have an extended mag as well, just in case, because I know now with everybody having more health, it just seems like a better thing to do. Past that, we have the Auger and the Swordfish for our tactical rifles. They're going to be pretty ridiculously good now. Swordfish, you're going to be hitting your shots. You are going to be hitting your shots. I recommend just using a 2X. You shouldn't be shooting anywhere past that with the Swordfish. It's not like the ABR where you could just shoot ridiculous ranges and just kill everybody. I don't know, just up to you on that one, but I would just use a 2x scope. It just seems like the smarter thing to do, and if they're anywhere past the 2x scope range, don't even try for it. Just don't try for it. Just let them go or ride up on them and kill them. It's just, in my opinion, that's how it should be. The Auger, that's a kind of ridiculous gun. It's going to be a lot more accurate, so you can get ready to get sprayed down by some augers, and they do hit hard. They take like 50, 60 damage on each shot, so keep that in mind whenever you're going against somebody with an auger, or if you want to run the auger, it's a viable choice. Again, the Paladin, it's just something that I'm going to pair. I'm not going to pair it with a tactical rifle. Just to be clear, do not pair a tactical rifle and a sniper rifle. It doesn't work well, because then you're at long range no matter what, and that's a pain. Then, last but not least, our grenade is going to be our throwable option. So if you see any frag grenades, absolutely be picking those up. It's going to be better than the cluster now just because of all the damage that it does, and it does the damage altogether on the first hit. You don't have to think about, oh, it was on his body, it exploded, and it didn't kill him, because that's happened to me with the cluster grenade since they lowered the damage. I'm not joking. Hit some guy that was on the ground with it. It blew up after, like, he was sitting there for 5 seconds. Still didn't kill him. Blew my mind. I literally stuck the guy. Anyway, so there you go. You can have some viable options here when it comes to guns. I hope this helped you guys out. These are going to be the best guns to be using, and I'm going to go over, some other videos, so that you guys know what to be using and how it works in the actual game versus like me just telling you this is the gun to use. But regardless, if you guys enjoyed the video, if you felt that it was informative, absolutely drop the video a like, subscribe if you're new here, and hit that notification bell to be notified every single time I upload a video. Thanks so much, and peace out.